I'm Dawn Michelle, and this is Makeup or Breakup Blog. And today I'm going to do a quick review of something that I'll fall under Instagram made me buy it. And this is the eyeliner stamp that was pretty popular, that was all over Instagram. And this is the original product from Hanakoko. I got it in brown. And I also got one of their many knockoffs that was also featured on Instagram. And I'll post the name somewhere there. I don't know how to pronounce this, so I don't want to do a try. So, without further ado, I just want to show what the difference is of these two brands. So, this packaging is fun in that it tells you, let's see if my reading glasses can tell me this. So it says to pick my style, which is either flat, upward, or downward. See that there. Provides just a little more information on this packaging than the other one did, which was a pink packaging, I believe. Okay. So you'll notice that they basically look identical. You don't, by first glance, you don't really see a big difference. They both have the writing in like a pink. I think the difference with this one is that it tells you like which one goes on the left side and which one goes on the right side, which this one you just have to sort of look at it and determine which side you want to put. But they both bend. They both have the mechanism that they bend, like so, for easier application. And this does the same as well, which is wild how they did that. This has the company name on it, whereas this one, it's only listed on one side. It's not listed anywhere else. So I'm just going to, I think they're both in brown. I just wanted to see if there was a major difference as far as application. So I'm going to start here first. I'm going to put the glasses on just to make sure I'm putting the thing right. And then, okay. All right, so this is how it looks. This is the no-name brand. Okay. And it's in brown, as you can tell. I don't know if you can see that. And you see the stamp where it is, right? There it goes. And the stamp is also on the other side. So again, this is a case of you trying to figure out how to get this on so that it looks halfway decent. It doesn't look like a hot mess. So I'm going to apply one on each side so you can see what it looks like, right? Okay. So it's simple. It's supposed to already have ink in the barrel. You line up which one you want to use. Okay. Okay. This looks pretty neat. I don't think I want to do it downward. I want to do an upward. And it's thinner on that side. So I'm going to use this, I think, for this side. Okay, let's try this. And you just, and voila. That's it. Nothing complicated, right? Right. And since I have hooded eyes, fairly hooded eyes, you'll notice that there's a disconnect. But it's easier to connect with an eyeliner should you need it. I just want to put it on the ends just to see for funsies. So that is this guy, the no-name brand. Get this right. Okay. The next one I think is the Hanakoko brand. That makes it easier for you to see the name, and also gives you like these little indicators, I think, tell you which side is which, if I'm not mistaken. So I just go by sight just to see. And again, it has the same kind of look. I don't know if you can see that. Let's try the other side. Again. I'm trying to see which one is up. And And that's the only thing that I'm kind of nervous about, believe it or not, because I want to make sure that I'm putting this in the right direction. That's about right. Okay. Taking this off again. Putting it on this side for fun. See, this one I put a little bit higher. You see? As opposed to that one's a little bit lower. So this is the only challenge that I find regarding these stamps, which they work nice. They're very good. This one I find a little more pigmented than this one, but I can work with it. It's not a big deal. I believe this one, the Hanakoko one, because they're running different brands doing the same thing, and the prices are vastly different. Like I think this was around $8, maybe $6. And this is the one with the Z, versus the Hanakoko one, which runs like $25.99 direct from their website. They do sell this on Amazon. This one they do not. You have to get it from one of the stores on Instagram. So, and there are various ones there. I'm looking now, like this looks a little bit up if I'm having that kind of day. This is straight. I can always work it in with an eyeliner, which I'm trying to see, do I have a liner? I don't think so at the moment, but I just wanted to see how cute that was. And it looks really cute. It does. It's a little thicker there, but that's okay. But that's essentially it. The color payoff is pretty decent for what it is. And if you don't want to pay the $25 plus shipping, you're better off with this. If you do go to Amazon, I think Hanakoko does carry it on Amazon. They have a 2-pack that's like $35. I don't know if you're someone that uses liner every day. I would like to get in the habit of doing it just because I think it just completes the look and makes my eyes look a little more open, a little more coquettish, a little more sweet looking, dough-like. So I think I might try to get used to this and use this more, but that's essentially it. And then you just connect with a liner, but instead of going over, because I have hooded eyes, they call them, I would do the inside, the watertight line of the brown liner, simply because I noticed when I put it up here, it just doesn't look as pro or professional. Like I've always had the dream of having those beautiful liquid eyes that it just goes on sharp, clear, and dark, and it looks wonderful. It's a fantasy that I have yet to realize, and I think in my entire life of applying liquid liner, I think it's happened once. And I noticed that if I had to choose between, depends on the day. Like if I use like a felt tip, it's nice, but the line isn't as clean as I would like it to be, but it's easier to apply, versus if I use a brush, like one of those really thin brushes, I get a cleaner, sharper line. But again, it's something that I have to figure out and practice. I know. Okay, so what do you think? Now, if I look like this, you'll see the disconnect. But this side looks really cute too. So it's a simple little detail that it's up to you whether this is something that appeals to you. I'm rather clumsy. I like to have something that will help me do it just a little bit better. I also have this other brand. I think it's called Hip Dot. I had this lying around in my bag. This may be old as the hills, but this is also not in the same color. But this is the one that had like this. See that? It had that. And I think, yeah. So I would have to lift this and go underneath. Like that, see? Yeah. Try not to blink. just so you could see. But I am loving it. It's been a hot minute since I put on a full face of makeup, so I'm really pleased with how this looks. I just wanted to show this. Looks pretty good. I would say as far as the liner, I am really enjoying it. Again, it's a matter, I guess, of practice, I want to say. But on the other hand, it's like we're also cut like in half. So in other words, how we see on one side may be slightly different than how we see on the other. So it takes practice, it takes patience. And so if you're on the go and this is something new to you, you might want to take an extra couple of minutes, slow your roll, take deep breaths, relax yourself before you attempt to do this so it doesn't look too weird. Try to make it as uniform as possible. If you need tape, that would be great too. It mentions in the packaging for Hanakoko that, which I appreciated, to make sure that this area is clean and dry. I have oily lids, so that helps me to make sure that these areas were not oily. I used a little bit of powder to also, before I put the liner on, in order for it to set so it wouldn't get weird. And it did work. So that helped tremendously. So that's why I would just keep that in mind. It has some more directions on here. Let me see if I can read it off the box for you. Let's see if it has any more directions. It even gives a simple how to use, which the other packaging for the cheaper one did not. It says to shake, which normally I do, and to twist, to put it in position if you want, and then you stamp, and then you finish, which is what I did. Pretty simple instructions, and I'm agog at how different in price it is when there's really not much of a difference as far as color payoff. It's just it's minimal. It's not major, but the Hanakoko is slightly darker to me than the other brand, but this is just so weird. They're packaged basically the same, have the same coloring for the lettering as far as pink. I think this just gives slightly a bit more direction on making sure that you have the right side on the right eye. But I'm really liking it. I am. I really do. And of course, you can play even more, a bit more with it. But I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this look. Like this is fine. And if I didn't have time to put on foundation and all that, and all I had time to do was to put on moisturizer, SPF, and throw on a bit of blush, just adding that little bit here, and lipstick, head out the door, that would be fine too, especially for school. But yeah, speaking of school, this is the summertime. I'm off for the summer, which is great. The flip side of that is I am working, and I'm also, as I've mentioned here on the channel throughout the years, I'm also a caregiver. So I take care of family members as well. So this channel and this time that I give to myself is self-care, a form of self-care, and a way for me to be temporarily distracted, be a little bit temporarily distracted from the things going on in the world, life, the chaos, just to give me that gentle little window to just focus on me for a couple of minutes and just delight in having playtime with makeup. That's just me. Everybody has their own means of having a gentle escape without having to leave home. This is it for me. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments below if you have been caught up with the Instagram made me buy it with these stamped wing liners. Let me know in the comments below if you've gone with the major brand Hanakoko or you've gone with one of their knockoffs. Again, you can find the knockoffs for as low as $4.99, $6.99. And then, of course, the Hanakoko one is like $25. So it's like, but I appreciate them. I will use them. I will make a concerted effort to try to be a little cute for the summer. And let me know what you're doing for the summer. What plans do you have? I think think I might follow that up with another video. I want to keep this short. I just wanted to showcase the stamps because I've done 2 videos on this and they both mysteriously got corrupted. So I'm trying for my 3rd time, and I think the 3rd time is definitely the charm. So again, let me know in the comments below what you think if you've tried out these products. And if you haven't done so already, hit that like button, and even better, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you will know when my next video will be up. Thank you again so much for joining me on my latest makeup adventure comparison dupe. And Instagram made me buy it, and I hope to see you on my next video adventure. Take care, stay safe, stay hydrated. Bye.